What's up, ladies? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm your girl Lorna Marie, and today for you, I'm bringing you big kid busy bins. I just did my taller ones and I will be listing that down below, but it's a very similar concept because let's face it, when summertime rolls around, we're like, what do I do to keep these kids entertained? And it's so difficult. So I've made a system, not just for the little ones, but for the big ones. So now my big kids have busy bins that they pull out one for every each day of the week, and it has science and art and all these different things. So every day is different, and that way I don't have to keep pulling things out of the closet because who's got time for that, right? So now you can have a peace of mind, have a little bit of time for yourself, and it's absolutely amazing. You guys are gonna love this system. If you like this sort of video, definitely consider subscribing and hitting that little bell so you're notified. I do a lot of lifestyle, mommy, organization videos here on my channel, and I would just love to have you guys. I list everything down below. Everything that's in these busy bins you will be able to find in my down bar, as well as my website and my Amazon influencer link. And if you feel like depositing some positive energies, and give your girl a thumbs up and come say hello, even if it's just one little emoji, like one little emoji, it just means so much to me, and it puts a name to a face so I know that I'm not just talking to a camera, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, question of the day is, what kind of system do you guys have to keep your kids busy during the summertime? Do you do something like this? Do you have a list? How do you guys like to do your summer to keep your kids busy? So if you guys want to see how I put my busy bins together, everything that I put inside of them, all the elements that I like to have to keep them entertained and still keep the learning going throughout summer, then just keep watching. First off, I'm going to be laminating a few sheets, and I wanted to show you guys my laminator machine. This is an Amazon Basics, and I also found some really good laminating sheets that I really like, so I will definitely be listing these down below for you guys. But I'm going to be laminating the recipes and the daily to-do list. This is the list that I'm going to go over with you guys a little bit later on, but I just wanted to give you a quick little peek. And then I'm going to stick it in the thicker one of the two because they're going to get the most use out of this. They're pretty much going to be using it every single day. So I thought I'd put it in the thick one because it'll keep it nicer, longer. And then I'm going to stick it inside of my label maker. Now I'm going to be doing the recipes in the thinner laminating sheets, and they get one recipe per box. Now these are their 5 busy bins. They get 1 per weekday, which is amazing because we're pretty much gone on the weekends anyway, so I feel like it doesn't really matter. It's a very similar system to my toddler busy bins. This works out so well, you guys, so I don't have to keep going to the closet. I pretty much have to go to the closet one time, pull it out, and we are good to go. They know the system, they know how it works, they know the rules, all the guidelines that I have set for them, and which makes it a really good learning experience for them too, because they're basically doing things on their own. Now, like I said, I'm going to go over this list a little bit later on, but those are all the things that they have to do in order to get into the box. Now, here are some of the recipes. I'm going to be sticking one of each of these recipes in there. My kids did cooking class this year and they just love it, so I thought it'd be fun to stick that in there. My son's 11 and he can totally do recipes on his own. They both have used the stove before, so they're totally good to go. But bin number 1, I'm going to just show you guys everything that I have because I love seeing videos like this where you can get a really good idea on what's inside and what you can find, for learning. But they know the first thing on top, they absolutely have to do the learning activity. So I have a folder game or learning activity for Roman. This is for 4th graders. This is for 5th graders. He's going into the 6th grade, but it's good to brush up and just to have, it's a little bit easier. It's summertime and just keep him fresh for the school year. But I will list some more down below. And also Teachers Pay Teachers have some really great ones that you guys can get. I'll try to list that link for you guys down below as well. I get a lot of stuff from that website. I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things that I get off of clearance. So these are like little bows you can make. I'm pretty sure I got these from Michael's, but whenever you guys see stuff on clearance, just pick it up. It's just super convenient to stick it in a bin. And I pretty much had everything I already needed to put this all together. That's the beauty of it. And I'm sure you guys have kids. You're gonna have a lot of this stuff at home. So just put together what you have. And so they do stamps, and I got this fingerprint activity, which they can actually draw characters out of their fingerprints, which is so much fun. So they got a bunch of stamps, and all that good stuff. And then they have this whole sticker container, which is so much fun because they can just go through it, pick out whatever stickers they want. I know I love stickers when I was a kid. I had like a whole sticker book. Did anyone else have that? So then we have some different tape. I just stuck all my old washi tape in here. I got some from the dollar store, Michael's clearance section. I put some big tape in here just so they can have fun and do whatever they want. This is where the creativity goes, and it just, you know, time consuming to go through everything, so it'll just occupy their time. Now, this stuff is for like planners, organizers, and stuff like that. You can make cards, but these are all colors and things that I probably wouldn't use. So I stuck them in here and I thought they would be fun. They could make stuff with them. They can do a book. They can do whatever they want. And that's nice too, that they can just recycle the things so they don't go to waste, which I absolutely love that. And then next up we have Jadiana's learning activity. Now she knows she has to do this before she gets into the bins, before she gets to play with anything. It's got a little pen, and you'll be seeing her using it a little bit later on. And she answers the question with the pen, and it tells her if she's right or wrong, which is really cool. Now I got this off of Oriental Trading Company. It's a skeleton dig. So they open it up and they dig for different skeleton bones, which is kind of cool. And then my kids just love building stuff. So I put this in there. They can build stuff. The little toddlers can play with them too, even though they have their own bins. And then you guys know I love organization, so I had to show you guys me putting everything back into the bin. I think this is my favorite part, of course. Moving on to the next bin. Okay, we have the thing on top because that is always going to be on top of every bin for every day. Bin number 2, we have the same type of deal. We have the recipe that goes on top. We have Roman's file folder game that he's going to need to play before he gets into anything else. And then we have Jadiana's. Now this is a little bit easier for Jadiana, but that's okay because as long as she's keeping her brain sharp and it's fun, this is summertime, so I don't mind them doing activities that aren't as challenging as they are during the school year. Then inside we have these little links. My kids love these. I don't know why, but they're absolutely obsessed with these. So I will definitely link these ones down below. It's a real good one. And then for science, we have Telescope, which I got this really cool book. They didn't come together. I got the book separately. And then I got this little mini telescope that you can look at different little slides. I'll be showing you guys here in a second, but I couldn't find the stand. There's a stand that goes to it. It's just a little black stand. And then this box is what has all of the little slides in it. So it's so cool. There's so many they can look at. You can even get a notebook and have them write what they see or what they're learning. My kids absolutely love science, so I definitely try to put as many science things in each box as I possibly can. Then we have art. Of course, you have to have art. This is such a good one. It's like a spin machine. So you basically drop the paint down. Well, you put a piece of paper first, then you put the lid on, and then you drop the paint down, and it actually spins and splatters the paint around. And it's not too messy. I don't know how, but it all kind of keeps it contained in there. And then I got this one off of the clearance section at Target. It's only $1.50, but you decorate a little lunch bag or sandwich bag. And then my daughter has this one. It's with rhinestones. So just another couple little fun things. And then my kids love paper airplanes. This is a set I got. It comes with paper and a book, and it shows you how to make all kinds of different paper airplanes, which is really, really cool. All right, so we keep the list on top, and then we get into bin number 3. So here's another science kit. This is great. It's like a little science kit in a can. I have several of these my kids have done. Like I said, you can always get a notebook, and they can, every time they do it, they can write in their notebook, which is a great activity. And then this is a really cool thing. I used to have one of these when I was a kid. My grandma got it for me, which is kind of funny. But you basically press the math equation, and then it gives you the answer, so you can check your answers, which is really cool, and it just keeps them sharp and ready to go for the following school year. Now I got these from the dollar store. You have a states one, we have a solar system, and this is just other learning activities that they can do. Here's Roman's file folder game. I'm probably going to switch it up. He'll probably get bored, honestly, after one time. So I'll go to Teachers Pay Teachers and print out a few more for each box as we go on. And that's the beauty of it. You can just keep replacing things. Now that was a New York setting, which he can build and put together. It was like a 3D puzzle. This is prefixes and suffixes that they can have little learning tiles. So she can pull those out, and that'll be for Jadiana's learning. And you guys, my kids are obsessed with these. I showed you guys these in my last busy bin video for toddlers. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below. But my big kids requested that this was in their bins. So of course I said, no problem. And now these things, I used to do these when I was a kid. Oh my gosh, they're Perler Beads. And I gave them 2 of these little trays, so they have them on here. But I got this book from Amazon, which I don't remember having these when I was a kid. We got the little generic ones, but these ones have really, really cool patterns, and this is time consuming. So this is gonna buy mama some time to get some stuff done. And you basically put the pattern underneath the tray, and it has these little pegs that the beads stick on top of, and then you iron it so it all sticks together, which is so much fun. This is such a great little game or art thing that they can do. I think you guys are absolutely going to love that one if you've never tried it before. Okay, so next up we have bin number 4, and it's like I said, we stick the recipe up top. This one is, what one's this one? This one is a berry salad, which is super easy for them to do, but still a fun little yummy treat that they can make. Again, Roman's file folder. Then we have this Dinosaur sticker Pedia, which has all kinds of dinosaurs, like every dinosaur you can think of. It has stickers, it has a CD-ROM that they can check out, but it's just a fun little book that they can discover, which we didn't get to use this year, so I thought that would be fun. Now, these guys, they stack up. I'm not really sure how they do it. When I see my kids do it, I'm always like, oh, wait, how did you do that? But my kids love stuff like this. This is another hands-on activity, and it's kind of like when you do for toddlers, it's like a sensory thing. Like even big kids, they love to like touch and grab and feel. It's just all different ways of learning, but my kids love those. I'm not sure what they're called, but I definitely will link them for you guys. And then for art, I just have, these are sticker, like cardboard sticker letters. I have a bunch of like scrapbooking paper, and we have a art board that they can paint on. And now we have another one of those digs. This is a dinosaur dig. They know to do this kind of stuff outside or to get a tray, which I'm totally fine with. And then we have some foam letters that are different colors. These are more for like 4th of July that they can put on paper or whatever they want. And then we have the watercolors, which is so easy. I don't have to set anything up. I don't bring out the regular paint unless it's an activity we do together. That would be way too messy. And then these things are so much fun. As my husband was helping me film, he's like, oh my gosh, I remember those. So the kids love these. It's just putting the patterns together. It's just super simple and easy. My toddlers could probably do this one with the big kids, which is totally fine, but it's just something to occupy their time and keep them busy. All right, next up, our list is always on top, and we are into our last bin, bin number 5. Now, our recipe here, we're making almond nut clusters with chocolate. My kids love those, and it's super easy for them to make. They can honestly do it in the microwave if they wanted to. We got Roman's folder, and now we have these little things. You basically use like a popsicle stick or some kind of stick, and you can scratch out different designs. My toddlers had these in their bins as well, which is, my kids love stuff like that. And then I just put every stencil I could find in the whole house. There's letters, there's shapes, there's all kinds of stuff, animals. I just stuck it all in here because I just thought it'd be fun that they can choose from and do stencils one day. And I'm not sure, I think these came in one big set. There's just a bunch of different like masks and things. I'll try to find where I found these. I'm not really sure. And then we have this Crayola Activity that you paint it, you download the app, and it's supposed to come to life. We haven't tried it yet, but I can keep you guys posted if you're interested. And then we have these 2 art boards. They're canvases that the kids can color or paint on. And then we have these books, which are so cool. They're blank books. They can write on the cover and actually start a book. So I thought that would be fun for them to do. And then we have a science project, which is the little school bus, and you know, kids love the yellow school bus. So they are, I think this is a body one, so they'll have a bunch of different activities in there, so they won't get too bored of that. But they have another one of those boards for JD Anna, so she can do some math problems and just some other coloring pages and stuff. And this one is a Disney one, and it's got stickers. And oh, this is a Hello Kitty page. All they need is a paintbrush, and it's got like the paint with it. My son has some coloring pages as well. And then also we have this really cool thing. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I used to do these when I was in elementary school. They're the like Rubberband boards that you basically make designs and patterns on, and it's just so much fun. The kids love these, so we'll just sit there and do this for a good amount of time. And then next we have, or I should say last, we have, they're like stained glass window paintings. So they have little tiny, well, they're plastic, but they're supposed to be like stained glass, and you drop the paint inside, and when it dries you can put them on the window and they look really pretty. So my daughter absolutely loves these, so we definitely have those. So this is my closet. If you guys want to see inside of here, I'll be posting the video of my toddler busy bins because I showed my full closet inside that video. I also have a full organizing video on this closet as well. Now, basically I take one out and then I add the one from the day before back on the bottom. So that way, whatever's on top is the day that we're using. And even if we skip a day, whatever's on top, that's why I don't like to label them, because whatever's on top is the one that we're gonna use. So every day I pull out one bin and I look and make sure everything is in here. So first of all, the recipe, this is a super easy recipe. I say, okay, we got strawberries, we got honey, we have the lime, we have everything that we absolutely need for this recipe. And then I go inside and I start looking around and say, okay, so do I need to replenish markers? Do they need paper? Am I running out of stickers? Whatever it is, I just start looking around to see if I need to add anything. And if not, the box is good to go. Then I put the lid back on and I put the list. Now we're gonna go over the list right now. And this is so important because I feel like your kids need to know what's expected of them. If they don't know what's expected of them, they're not going to be able to perform the way that you want them to. So in the morning, they always do their morning routine. They eat breakfast and then they have their after meal routine. I have a whole video on the after meal routine that I will also be listing for you guys. But they do a 30-minute workout. They have Lexia, which is a part of their school program that they do during the regular year. They just do less minutes. Then they read for 15 minutes. Then they have typing for 10 minutes. Roman does piano, and then they can pull out their busy bin. And of course, they have to do their learning activity first. The house needs to be clean, one item out at a time, and then they need to clean up as they go. And then after they're done with their bin, in order to do anything else, they have to have their entire bin cleaned up and put away. And they know the rules, they know what's expected. They're very good at getting it all done. So I thought it would be a lot of fun if I showed you guys what our summertime routine is. Now, pretty much they go off of that list. The list you guys saw is everything from start to finish. Now, if you guys want to see more in detail their morning routine, I can show you guys that. But this is basically morning routine. They eat breakfast, then they do their after meal routine, they get their workout in, and it's so important that they keep moving during the summertime because this is when they get bored, when their body is sluggish, they're not doing anything. So I think it's super important to keep them in shape. Then they pull out their busy bins and they do all of their learning stuff first. This is Roman doing his folder activity. Jadiana is doing a little bit of math in this particular box. Every day it changes for them. Some of Roman's is math, some of it is language arts, but I think that's a really good thing to just keep it mixed up and keep them wondering what's inside the boxes. When they get bored, you can totally switch it up and add new things. And I already told them that if we get bored of something, we can take it out, we can donate it, because whatever's in these bins, I don't have a lot of toys in my house. So this is it. They each have one bin inside the closet. I go over that more in detail in other videos. And then they know when they're done, here they are putting it away and getting it ready for their next activity. So they pull out all of the fun stuff. In this particular box, we had stamps and papers, stickers, and all that kind of stuff. And normally my kids don't get to play with this stuff. It's just in a box somewhere. So it's been so nice for us to be able to put them in these bins and they have access to them. I don't have to get the stuff out or try to find it. It just has been so nice, you guys. I'm telling you, you are going to absolutely love this system. It's working out so well for us. The clutter is down and it's going really well. So let me know if you guys do this. Tag me in any pictures and come say hi on Instagram and let me know that you guys enjoyed this video. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed my big kid busy bins. I had so much fun putting this together because this is going to be so useful. I hope it adds value to you, and if it did, give your girl a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, join the fam. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell. Like I said, I list everything down below for you guys, and don't forget to answer that question of the day. Do you guys have a system? What kind of things do you like to do to keep your kids busy during the summertime? And if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate you making it all the way through the end of my video. Give me a sun emoji and let me know that you did. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and until next time, I'm always your girl, Lorna Marie. Bye.